And so where are you at with stuff? Have you dived into? Did you?
I Well, what I did was I kind of went. I guess would be was it module 5 of the offbeat polyrhythms, or displaced polyrhythms,
Yeah,
and then module 6 goes into this metric modulation, playing over the bar line.
playing violin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I kind of got to that, and I found myself because I've really spent a good amount of time on the polyrhythms, and I really enjoyed that module. And I go back, I just go back to it. Like I can
Yeah.
visualize and see them so clearly. That's one of the great things this has done. But it's like because you were talking about it in one of the other sessions ages ago. It's about just take the jump, and I've been figuring out how can I just on my own drums say in a pattern is trying to apply that because one of the great things with all this rhythm training is that I think's missed in a lot of books and stuff to do with polyrhythm is it's always applied to something.
Hmm.
Everything's always applied before you know what it is. And in this, what you do is you learn what the thing is, so you can
Hmm.
feel both. So you've got a very clear understanding. So then you can apply it to anything, and that's the opposite way around to how I see in the West. Certainly, with our way of, if it's an American book, American sort of concepts using, or kind of more European ways, it seems to be very much missed
Hmm.
because it's always like you've got this big thick book of polyrhythms learn these. If it's a Gary Chafe book, if it was that David Stanush book that people use,
Hmm.
or a Peter Magadini book or something, it's like I think Peter Magadini's is kind of makes sense, but it's just on the page. There's a whole other side to it.
Hmm.
But what you're doing is you're getting everybody just before you, as I say, before you pick up an instrument, you internalize it, and that can take a week, a month, 6 months, a year, but it's worth it, yeah, just learning to really
Cool.
just internalize all that stuff before applying it, and that. But I think that's where I've got to with it. But it's consciously running around my head all the time when I'm playing. It's
Nice.
there,
Yeah.
and that's not just like with the rhythms, but like conceptually as well.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is where it is. Here's like the foundation. I'm going to go this side. I'm going to go that side. I know if I have to sort of go into sort of like a more of a what do you call it? Not like a subconscious way of doing it, but like you're consciously thinking, right? I need to say if you're playing with someone who's maybe time can wobble a bit,
Hmm.
you've got to sometimes go into that conscious side. But because you are confident in knowing where that is, you can almost switch up what you're
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of the things are paralleling as you're
Yeah, and
doing them.
it can pull around, and it's not
Yeah,
gonna like fall off the train's not gonna run off the track.
exactly.
You know.
You can catch that
Yeah.
person, which is
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
I was kind of guess I was looking for a lot with all this stuff, and it's really helped that. It's certainly opened me. I mean, rhythmically, I'm in such a different place now
Right.
than I
Yeah.
was like
Cool.
before. I think it's just when I'm learning these rhythms, it just there's a confidence there. I
Mm.
think,
Hmm.
and which I think I wouldn't have had otherwise. And I think it comes back down to essentially just before you apply anything, just knowing and getting confident with those all these building blocks in these like first 6 or 7 modules before you start to get sort of okay, let's really get creative and out there with this stuff.
Mm.
That's what so that's where I'm at with it all anyway.
Yeah. Cool.